For you that are in your 20s and your 30s, these are your prime years to be sexy. When you get to 40 and 50 and 60, it's going to show what you did in your 20s and your 30s. Let me show you guys one of my girls. She is in her 40s. I think she's 47. Paula, I can't remember what number you are, but look, she's given us 20 years old and she's in her 40s. How do you settle for the bare minimum? When you give yourself the bare minimum. A lot of women will settle and give themselves the bare minimum out of emotional needs, comfort zones. You feel like you're doing too much, but you really aren't. And then you settle for what is settling for you. A man that really wants to add to your feminine queen essence, your queen aura, he's going to watch what you do for yourself. He's going to see that self-care is a non-negotiable. Your health is a non-negotiable. Looking good is a non-negotiable. So he's going to add to it. So if you're cheapening out on yourself, expect a man that's going to cheap out on you. Hello, beautiful people. I just finished from the gym, and this video topic stemmed from me being in the gym, and I'm going to explain shortly. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 9 things that I did while I was single and I continue to do while being a fiance. So whether you are single, dating, or married, you are going to enjoy the 9 tips that I provide as you work on becoming the woman of your dreams. And these 9 things, I hope you integrate them into your life because they're going to have you out here irresistible. Your aura, your energy is going to be up. I was just finishing up my workout. I was getting onto the treadmill and a beautiful lady came up to me and she's like, girl, I think only you can pull off this color. And I'm like, no, you can wear these colors too. She said, yesterday I saw you wearing red. Today you're wearing pink. And I'm texting my friend like, there's a girl in here that is just looking so good. The guys are turning their heads. Men do turn their heads. I mean, when I'm at the grocery store, wherever I go, people are always turning their heads, whether it's a man or a female. I get a lot of attention without wanting the attention. When I first started my fitness journey, it wasn't about glowing up internally. It was about being shallow. It was about transforming my body to where it got attention. And I realized along the journey, I wasn't getting the best kind of quality attention. Men wanted me for my body, and my current man, my fiance, wanted me for my mindset. And now I get tons of attention, but I can handle it knowing I know who I am. I know I am enough. I wear what I want. I wear bright and bold colors. I'm not afraid to be bold. A lot of you guys are afraid to wear the outfit. You're waiting for the perfect opportunity or for when your body looks like this or when this or that. You are waiting to be bold, to be your biggest cheerleader, to be your best self, to present yourself, to represent who you are trying to become. You're putting that on a standstill for so long. And so when the lady came up to me, I was like, I love when women compliment me. I can get all the compliments from men, but I just don't care. When women compliment me, now I know I'm really doing something. Do you get the vibe? When a woman gives you a compliment, you're like, I'm actually doing what I need to do. But anyways, I feel like I've been rambling too much. So a few mornings back, I was in the gym very early in the morning, and the gym or the cardio area was packed with men. And I was thinking to myself, if I was a single woman and I'm looking for a healthy, fit man that prioritizes his health, I would want to be in the gym. I would want to find my man in the gym. I would want to see, and I would be turned on by the man taking care of his health. That would be priority. So as a woman, if you're looking for that kind of man, or you're looking for a certain kind of man, you're looking for a healthy man, a generous provider, strong man, why are you yourself not in the gym? That's going to be tip number 1. Your overall health. Before I started dating, when I was single, and currently till today, health has always been a priority. Ladies, it is so important to create a gym routine and you're showing up. Don't just get the nice outfits. Go to the gym beyond what you're going to look like. Is there a mosquito in my car? Sorry. It's outside. What beyond the outfits, beyond the aesthetics of, oh, you know, when my body looks like this, da, 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 No, when you go to the gym, it is going to toughen you mentally. It's going to strengthen you. It's going to test your resilience, your patience. A lot of you guys want to see the results right away. But just like in love, in relationships, in getting to know someone, that requires patience. And how many times in relationships or getting to know someone you're dating, you instantly sleep with them, or you're geeking over them, you're constantly texting them, you're waiting by your phone, you're putting off your own goals for this person, and there was no patience. You were just trying to fill the dopamine, you were trying to fill a void, you were trying to be validated, you were just trying to do too much too soon. I need you to treat your fitness goals and creating a gym routine over your relationship. When you feel good, you will look good. It's not about looking good and then feeling good. The outfit does play a part, because when I was talking to the lady today, she was like, girl, I could never. I said, you can put a red outfit on. She's like, all the guys are turning. I'm like, yes, but I don't think they're turning because of the outfit. The outfit could be on anyone, but the aura that I give, I know myself. I love myself. I've got a big, bold energy that I'm like, I'm gonna walk into the gym, and even if I didn't know what to do in the gym, I'm gonna walk with confidence. I'm gonna walk like I'm gonna figure it out, just like I walk through life knowing that I'm going to figure it out. When I started in the gym at 5 pounds and I was malnourished looking and nobody wanted to turn their head for me, baby, I kept going, and now I can lift 100 pounds, I can lift 120 pounds, I can lift 200 pounds, I can lift more than my body weight. I could lift you up, baby. I'm so strong. I'm tiny, but I'm so strong. My body shape nice. Though my mind is so powerful because I've seen what I can do when I told myself or I thought I couldn't do something. And just by creating that gym routine and not giving up and staying the course, when men see you or just anyone sees you in general, they're going to be like, wow, this person takes care of their health. This person takes care of their body. The way that you see someone's body, you can see the discipline, the dedication, the hard work. When you see my body, you know I don't play about me. When you see my body, you're like, girl, you work out. People always ask me, how long are your workouts? They're about 40 minutes to an hour. How often do you train? About 4 to 5 times a week. When I was competing, maybe 6 times a week. But genuinely, I love feeling strong. I love having my muscles feel tight. My booty is round and up. Listen, when I was sexually active with my man, I would love working out so that he could hold on to the top of my glutes. He could feel my waistline. Honey, I'm almost 2 years celibate, and I am keeping my body in tip-top shape for when I give my body to my man, my husband. He's gonna be like, girl, you never took your foot off the gas pedal. When you see a woman that doesn't play about her health routine, what she puts in her body, making time to just work on herself, her mental health, you become so much more at ease when you're in the gym, letting out your demons, you're letting out your aggression. And when you leave the gym, you're a softer, you're feeling sexy, you're feeling calm, you're feeling seductive, you're feeling like you're that girl because you're going to the gym. And ladies, stay the course. If I didn't continue 10 years ago, I would not have the body and the mindset and the career and who I am today. I would not probably drive this nice car. I wouldn't attract generous, wealthy, kind men. I wouldn't attract what I attract now, because when you work on yourself, your confidence will build, it will grow. And when you're not working on yourself and you're just shitting on yourself, you really just second guess yourself to other women, to other people. When I see another female, it's easy and natural for me to give her a compliment. I don't need to look left or right, like size her anymore. When I was first competing, I would be the girl that was like, "Ooh, my glutes are bigger. Why aren't I winning?" I posted that in a video the other day, that I would compare myself to other women. But now that I work on myself and I'm just zoned in, these are the days I've dedicated to myself on top of my daily habits that add to me becoming a better me. I don't even watch what other people do, because people are watching me and I'm giving them a show. I'm doing me while you're watching me. I'm doing me while my body is getting tight. It's getting right. My health is right. I go to the doctors. I eat well. It's so important, if you haven't had children yet, that you are eating for fertility. You are eating for healthy eggs. Also, you're a man. He got to eat for a healthy sperm too. There's so many benefits to just overall taking care of yourself. Now I got to move this car because the sun has left. What happened? Where's the sun? Oh, have to move this car. So overall, ladies, creating a gym routine and just making health a priority for you is going to have your confidence boosted. Your energy is going to be high. If you feel like your energy fluctuates, where one day you're in a good mood, the next day you're just like, oh, I'm struggling through life. People just don't want wish-washy people that are unreliable and you can't predict their moods and energy. One reason why a lot of people are drawn to me, whether it's a female or a male, is because my energy is always consistent. I know when I'm low. I know when I need to fill myself up, but working out and working on myself, just eating well, feeling good in my body, this is honestly going to have you stable. And people love a person that can be stable. You know what to expect from this person. She's reliable. She has good energy. She's always going to fill you up. I got my girlfriends that will always call me up and they'll be like, I need motivation. I need this. I need that from you. Because they know I'm that girl. So when it came to dating, it was so easy for me to get what I wanted. It was easy for me to say no to what I didn't want. You're going to have so many more options when you take care of yourself. Self-care is going to show on the inside and the outside. So if you currently don't like your body, but you're looking for somebody else to like your body, start with liking your body and doing things that make you feel proud about your body. This is going to show that you stay consistent and disciplined in other areas of your life and that you're not so quick to give up. Number 2, when I was single and what I currently do, travel solo. Baby, you need to experience the world on your own. You need to go places on your own and get comfortable and confident in your own skin, in your own lane, by yourself, in your own damn company. Become your own best friend. Traveling solo is going to teach you how to enjoy your own company and also appreciate the company of other people. While I was single, I spent a lot of time in solitude. This also taught me about energies, like reading energy, being very mindful of who's around me, what drains me. So then when I was around company, and if I didn't like their energy, by the time I'm leaving and I knew, I'm like, oh, I don't feel good about myself. I feel drained. I feel like I've poured. There are people in the world that are takers. This just taught me how to be very protective with my energy. You got people in the room and the world that are just vibe killers as well. Travel and do things solo, babe. Especially when you're spending so much money to go across the world to go see the beautiful world. This is going to help you gain more confidence to do things alone and not rely on other people. How many of you guys can agree that you're waiting on so many people to do so many things with? Even going to the gym, you're waiting on your partner, you're waiting on this. Let me tell you, my first relationship is what inspired me to start working out. And when he was working out, I'd be like, train me, but I was a terrible trainee. And so I don't work out with anyone who can't keep up. No, you got to be a client at that part. You got to pay for the time, pay for the services. So now I understand I really should not have been asking that man to train me out of his time. Just go and hire a personal trainer or train on my app. That's what all the ladies are doing. They're learning how to train and they're getting results without nagging their partner or relying on their partner to go to the gym, relying on their partner to take themselves out, relying on their partner to be happiness, their source of happiness. You put too much pressure on people and then people just become this everything to you that they no longer want to do anything with you because you're that annoying, you're that needy, and you're that dependent. Go and explore. Go and build your confidence and get out of your comfort zone. For those that are single, go and date and marry outside of your country, outside of your city. Try and explore new flavors. Traveling solo is going to help you discover truly what you love and value. I also, let me drink my protein shake. I also found that traveling solo allowed me to be more adventurous, allowed me to be more independent. And even in my relationship, when I met my man, I told him, hey, these are the things I like to do. These are the things I don't like to do. I told him I don't really care for flowers. He started buying me big flowers, expensive flowers. And I'm like, just buy me perfume. There's other things that you can spend your money on. However, I let my man know what I like and what I don't like, right? And he also, I asked him, what do you like, what you don't like? And he's someone who doesn't like to solo travel. I wanted to maintain my independence to still explore the world. If I wanted a break to get away, if I want to go to Toronto, if I want to go to Miami, if I want to go to some part in Europe, it is so important. My cousin still travels while she's in a relationship, and that just allows more freedom. I remember being in relationships and I was just holding these men onto a leash, just so insecure, and I didn't trust them as well. But it's honestly depending on how you start your relationship. It's really important to have trust within your relationship when starting out and read red flags. But when you're traveling, just enjoy the travel. When you're in your city, whether it's a staycation or traveling 2 hours or 24 hours, go and explore. My girlfriend recently booked a trip to Bali for her 30th birthday and had the best time. Go and just sit in your own presence. And if you have to cry, cry. If you have to call out to God, talk to Him. But you're on your own time, on your own clock. No one's rushing you or telling you when to wake up or what the itinerary is. Go and just be free. Embrace who you are. You're going to be your best friend forever. Be with yourself forever. So take the opportunity to get out of your comfort zone. Tip number 3 is going to be learn new recipes. All of the tips that I mentioned, this is what my girls are working on. Creating a gym routine, doing things solo, not relying on their husbands, their boyfriends to fill their cup or be the source of their own happiness, but also cooking. Whether it's baking or cooking, honey, I am so proud and I take pride in healthy meals that I make for myself and for my partner. Healthy meals I made before I met him, and healthy meals I made when I met him and as a fiance. And what I continue to learn, I tell my girls, you start cooking for your family. All these wives, baby, I need you to look at the ingredients that you're putting into your body, that you're putting into your husband's body, your children's body, and learn new recipes. Y'all got so much time to scroll, but you can't come across a recipe and then go and make that recipe. You can go and order food online or go through a drive-through, but you can't spend some quality time to just pour some love into some quality good food, or even learn about nutrition, learn about your health, hormonal health as women, because now so many women have PCOS, they have diabetes, they have this disease, they have that disease, and it's honestly through our food. So I knew since losing my father that I wanted my partner to be healthy. I wanted him to be strong. I do like older men, so I wanted to make sure that they were just overall taking care of their health and being fed. My busy man does not have time to be over a stove, and that's what I signed up for. That's what I don't mind doing. It's not an obligation for me to cook, but I just love that I can contribute to my man's health. And if you are single, you should be contributing to your own health right now, getting right. How are my single girls out here not in their dream body, feeling sluggish, feeling unmotivated, tired, lethargic? You barely eat. You eat like a hamster, or you're overeating like an elephant. Why? Because you should be living out your dream life. For you that are in your 20s and your 30s, these are your prime years to be sexy. When you get to 40 and 50 and 60, it's going to show what you did in your 20s and your 30s. Let me show you guys one of my girls. She is in her 40s. I think she's 47. Paula, I can't remember what number you are, but look, she's given us 20 years old and she's in her 40s. You're going to look at some women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s and be like, oh, I could never, because you don't want to show up for the discipline, because you don't want to cook healthier food. How are you allergic to proper, healthier ingredients, but you want to eat that shit food that's so full of toxic and chemicals, that's giving you so many diseases, and to your children that can barely function at school? Ladies, it is so attractive when you can cook a man a good meal, especially if he's going to come in to provide the groceries or to be a provider in the household, and you can't cook him nothing. You go to the grocery store and you fill that cart up with processed food, a ton of bread, a ton of rice, a ton of pre-cooked seasoned chicken, pre-cooked seasoned steaks, pre-cooked seasoned this and that, and egg bites that are already pre-made, a bunch of chips and cereals. And that poor man is just growing a gut. And poor lady too, growing a gut, just unhealthy. Everyone's just slow and lethargic. There is no way I'm going to be out here having terrible sex. Ain't no way. I want my energy up, my endurance up, my stamina up. There's just no way. There's just no way. There's just no way. No way that I'm not going to be living out my dream life as that girl, because I will never have terrible sex. I will never feel like I'm a weak girl. I will never, ever, ever have to look across the street or be worried about another female, because I know what I put into my body. I know that I make time for the gym. I know that I'm pouring into myself because it's a non-negotiable. I've been there where I used to compare myself. I've been in relationships where there were women in and out. There was cheating. I was there. I've been in it and I hated that feeling. But when you work on yourself, you're okay with walking away to anyone that makes you feel like crap. I'm getting bowel movements. I'm not constipated. There are certain things that I want to give to my husband, and I just want him to be, wow, like, girl, I'm gonna ask you for anything. You're gonna say yes. I'm not sure if all women can say that there's a lineup, but there's a quality lineup over here. Ladies, you need to get into the kitchen and start cooking up these recipes. Spend some time, whether you're on TikTok or you got time to scroll, you got time to take a nap, sleep, watch Netflix. Get into the kitchen. Write out the ingredients list, write out the groceries that are needed. Go to the grocery store 1 to 2 times a week, not every day, and just eat better, because you want to eat better, because you want to have fuel and energy. If you have children, you want to provide them with a better life. I grew up with cereal. I grew up with Dunkaroos and chips and mac and cheese and hot dogs and chicken nuggets, all of this processed crap. And it took me losing a father to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go get certified and learn more about nutrition overall. So beyond schooling, I still do research to learn about my overall health as a woman. Learning how to make new recipes is going to just enhance your love. It's going to show that you're taking more time to give yourself love and to give those around you love. Oh my goodness, it softens my heart when my clients, especially in these challenges, are like, oh, my husband is benefiting, my children are benefiting, and they're making healthier meals. They're meal prepping for their family, their kids, their husbands. They're saving more money. They're feeling better. Everyone's feeling better in the household. Marriage isn't hard. Life is hard. And when life is hard, people are quick to emotionally eat, self-sabotage. You only want comfort because life is hard. And it is going to require you meal prepping. So it saves you time out of the week. Even if it takes 2 hours to meal prep, ladies, at least you don't have to do that during the week. How many amazing, delicious meals can you learn for your future family or for your current family? I want my family to be healthy, happy, and thriving, and they can mentally think from not eating this crap food that's outside meant to kill you. And lastly here, cooking your food is going to help you to stay and remain creative and patient. When you're making these recipes, you do have to practice patience, just like creating a gym routine. Patience. Overall, ladies, men want to see that the women have patience, and we also want to see that the men have patience. But by doing these tips that I'm mentioning, it's all going to require patience. It took me 11 years to get here, and it could just take you 2 years if you aren't as stubborn as I was. So apply discipline, consistency, patience, self-belief, and faith to everything you do, and trust me, you're going to see things blossom. And also watch all the money that's going to be in your pockets, because you're able to save more money instead of spending so much on takeout. Which leads to number 4, decrease your debt and start to learn how to invest your money. Baby, if you are single, this is your opportunity to work a few jobs. I remember working 2 jobs to buy this Louis Vuitton bag. I think I was 20 years old. I worked 2 jobs so that I paid for my cars in cash. I paid for this Louis Vuitton bag. I paid for my first uncomfortable So Kate Louboutins. there were things that I had to do and also pay for school. I worked 2 jobs and then I would quit the second job, but always keep my main job. You will just have to do some of these things just so that you can cut off debts. When you cut off debts, you're going to have a lot more peace and happiness in your life. A lot of you guys are spending money uncontrollably, spending to keep up with fast fashion, fast trends, luxury designer things that a lot of people are pushing. And it's not even worth it. It's not worth it because when you meet your person, the last thing you want to do is enter a relationship with financial struggles. You want to get it in order, get it in line, be paying things off, especially learning how to spend wisely. If a man is going to be generous with his money with you, you want to know how to spend that money and show him that you are responsible. She gotta move. The sun is just bothering my soul. Less money stress is going to lead to more peace and happiness. Your energy and your mood is going to be up. And when you are stressed and acting out of desperation, your mood is going to fluctuate. You're not going to enjoy people and people aren't going to enjoy you. Decreasing your debts is going to allow you to have a lot more stability and reassurance for the future that you're building. It's going to allow you to have more stability long term, which is going to have more ease on your mind. This is the opportunity, especially if you're single or maybe you're working 2 jobs and you're married or you're dating, to just save your money, spend your money wisely, learn how to invest your money, join programs or mentorships that are going to teach you how to eat well, become a better you, make more money, learn a new skill, education, finances, mental health, fitness, all the materialistic things, the designers. It's not worth it. The overspending and not knowing how to spend your money isn't going to work for you in the long run if you want to be a woman that has it all. And you can have it all without going broke. Which leads to number 5, learning a new skill or learning a new language. Ladies, especially if you're single, you have the time to learn a new language, to invest your time in learning a new skill, going back to school, taking on another course, a side hustle, and getting your money up. Let's not just be looking for a provider and a protector, guys. You also want to be able to have skills so that you can contribute to your relationship or just overall know that you are going to be good. Have skills as assets and don't be scrolling and wasting your life like a liability. Am I in your way?
Oh, sorry, no.
Hi.
Admiring your car.
Thank you.
It's a very nice car.
Thank you. Do you like the color?
I love it.
Yeah.
Did you repaint?
No, I actually got it like this. I wanted to repaint it pink.
I'm glad you kept it red.
It's a really nice color. It stands out. Thank you. How's your day going?
Oh, very well.
It's good?
You. Nice and warm.
Well, I'm glad that you're getting some sunshine, some vitamin D, fresh air. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Well, I love people. He's in a mobile wheelchair. And when I do drive his car, people are always just stopping. But I love talking to people. You really do get to meet a lot of people when you just stop and talk with people. But I guess I should keep the glasses off. Y'all! Yes, learning a new skill is going to keep your mind sharp. It's going to keep you curious. Also, if you are going on dates, when you are able to talk about more than rubbish, because I feel like a lot of women, they just report from what they watched on TikTok or what's going on social media. When you are on dates with successful men, they want to know about your hobbies. They want to know about your skills. They don't just want to know about your degree or your diploma or your job. They want to know what else adds to you, what makes you intriguing. Learning a new language is super cool. Having many skills on your palette is very intriguing. Knowing that you are an ambitious woman is so sexy. An ambitious woman is a fearless woman. Okay, we love the women that are confident and always curious to try new things. Whether you have trial and error, you fall down, you fail, at least give things a try so you can add more to your story and to your palette. Learning new skills opens up the doors to new opportunities, to meeting new people, to traveling different places. This is truly going to make you feel like you're that girl. Always glowing, always growing, always striving for more, along with reading. Ladies, when I tell you my man told me he fell in love with my mindset, like I said, I had been on dates with men that fell in love with my body. But prior to meeting my man, I was always covered up. I would always just talk, 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 talk. Read a lot of books, listen to a lot of podcasts or anything that's going to open and expand your mind. This is going to make you an irresistible, attractive woman, because a lot of women are starting to become bird brains. All you do is scroll and get your information from TikTok or social media, and there's no source. There's no further research. You haven't read any books. You haven't gone to the source. You don't know much. You just report what is on what you've read or what you've come across on social media. There's also so many people that are trying to design their lifestyle from what they see on social media. Again, bird brain. You have to be able to think for yourself. You need to know what you truly want, not what you see on social media. The conversations that you have, the people that you want to have around you should be inspired from your own ways of thinking, should be intentional for the life that you are creating for yourself and the addition of a partner, right? Not based on social media. So ladies, read, invest, learn how to invest, learn a new skill, have a few hobbies that are going to make you intriguing and interesting. Number 6 is going to be going on solo dates to restaurants and coffee shops. And I try and get my women to do this very often because it's going to get you out of your comfort zone. Getting dressed up for yourself, even if you're in your home and you work from home, it's like putting yourself together just for you, working on your body just for you, going to take yourself out and being your own company just for you. It says a lot about a woman that enjoys her own company. When I go to solo dates, I wear my 6-inch heels. I get all fine. I reserve a table because if you walk in, sometimes you're like, oh, well, table for one? Do you want to sit at the bar? No, I don't want to sit at the bar. Even before I became a fiance, I did not ever want to sit at the bar because who's going to come up to you when you're sitting at the bar? Guys that drink, guys that are just looking for a good time, come to me and approach me at a table, please. Is anyone, excuse me, ma'am, is anyone sitting at this table? No. All right, if I were single, but no, I don't sit at the bar, y'all. I would never sit at the bar, and I don't recommend any woman sitting at the bar just because you are single. Walk in the restaurant, work the restaurant, walk around that restaurant, let people know that you're there. You don't have to sit at the bar to be noticed. Your energy alone, your aura when you walk into spaces, oh, that right there will captivate any single man's attention. Women, men, they're gonna look, they're gonna be like, wow, that girl is dressed. That girl has something about her. And every time people stop me on the street, they're always like, there's something about you. And you just gotta walk with your head up. You just gotta walk. And really, in my head, I'm just like, girl, give them a show. Because even if you're shy and this is very foreign to you, they don't need to know. People don't need to know when you're uncomfortable. You just need to fake it till you make it, girl. Make it to the table, eat like a lady, enjoy your own company. This also gives such leadership to show other women that they can enjoy their own company too, that you love yourself, that you love spending time with yourself, that you're not afraid of being alone. I feel like a lot of people feel like they're going to be judged that they're sitting alone. I know if I want my man to be with me, he gonna be with me. And I know if I want my friends, they're going to be with me. I know if I wanted that man would be sitting with me. I know that I could get and have whatever I want. So I'm not stressed about how people perceive me sitting by myself, because behind closed doors, in my reality, I like my reality. You actually have to like your reality. So how people perceive you doesn't actually matter. I don't have to post on social media. I have nothing to prove because I like my reality. I like when the cameras are not rolling. I like myself. I like my reality. A lot of people constantly post to prove that you're happy, prove that you're loved, prove that you're spoiled. But that man could be cheating on you, or that man, you probably just don't even like that man. I don't have anything to prove to anyone, not a stranger in the world, to be like, oh, I need my man to be with me, so it looks like I have a man. I can sit there by myself, and it's going to look like, wow, that girl is confident. She can sit all by herself. Yes, whether I'm dating or married, nobody had to know. Nobody would know, especially if I didn't have a ring on my finger, and I'm still confident. You need to be confident and just like yourself. This is honestly a vibe. This is main character energy. Going out, taking yourself out, spending money on yourself. I also tell my single girls, you got to go to nice restaurants. Before I met my man, I was taking myself out to fine dining restaurants, nice restaurants, and I had to learn how to spoil myself. I personally don't like flowers. I like candles or perfume. So I would buy myself nice things, bought myself a few designers before. I paid for my travels before. I've done a lot of things in my life that when I met a man, I was like, you got to top what I'm already doing for myself. A lot of you guys are waiting to be spoiled, waiting to be shown appreciation, but you're not doing that for yourself. I like taking myself out to nice restaurants, spending my hard-earned money on quality food and not just fast food because I didn't meal prep. A lot of you guys, it's so quick for you to spend $5, $10 on this garbage food, but you can't even spend a good $40 Canadian, $40, $60 on yourself to take yourself out and have a nice meal without a drink. But you are forcing men to take you to a 4 to 5-star dining restaurant, and you can't even take yourself out and spend that money on you. No, you're caught. No, you're choking to spend that money on yourself, but you're expecting a man to spend that on you. You need to attract the energy that you want to put out in the world. So if you are being very stingy with yourself, a man is going to be stingy with you. My actions, my behaviors show that I treat myself like a queen. I want the finer things, so I was giving myself the finer things before I met my man. My man, I didn't have to even tell him I don't eat at McDonald's. He already knew. You can tell I don't eat at certain restaurants, and I'm very upfront about it too, but I didn't even have to tell him. He straight out the bat started getting me expensive flowers, and I was like, oh, this is so nice, thank you, but I don't really care for the flowers. I like the gesture, but as we got closer and closer in a relationship, it's like, babe, you don't really have to buy me flowers. Here and there, yes, but he was buying so many flowers so often that I'm like, we could just buy perfume. We can do other things. We can invest that money, and I'm okay with that. But I already knew I treat myself so nice. I buy myself the nice clothing, the nice steaks, the nice this, the nice that. But how can I afford all of those things? Yes, at one point I had 2 jobs. I've always had multiple streams of income. And also, I don't spend my money on random things. I go to the grocery store once a week, 4 times a month. I get what I need, the essentials, and I don't buy just random junk food. I buy food, whole foods that are going to fill me up, provide nutrients, provide energy and fuel for my body. So when I want to go out once a week by myself, I can afford those dinners. Plus, I don't drink. I wasn't really a heavy drinker, so I wasn't having a heavy alcohol bill anyways. If I'm going by myself and I'm driving, there's no way I'm going to be drinking and driving. So of course I'm going to save more on the bill. So with all that being said, y'all can't be out here expecting a man to do all of this for you, treat you like a queen, and you treat yourself like a peasant. In your behaviors, your habits, your mindset, you give yourself the lick of it. You don't even treat yourself like a queen. You cheap out on yourself and you expect a man to do that for you. I think I made this point clear. If you want to attract a generous man, a man that is successful and doesn't mind spoiling you and treating you like a queen, treat yourself like a queen so that you only attract men that want to respect the queen, that want to be a part of what you're already doing and topping it off from there. Because if you've already attracted a man that doesn't appreciate you, doesn't do nice things for you, you allowed it because you settled for the bare minimum. How do you settle for the bare minimum? When you give yourself the bare minimum. A lot of women will settle and give themselves the bare minimum out of emotional needs, comfort zones. You feel like you're doing too much, but you really aren't. And then you settle for what is settling for you. A man that really wants to add to your feminine queen essence, your queen aura, he's going to watch what you do for yourself. He's going to see that self-care is a non-negotiable. Your health is a non-negotiable. Looking good is a non-negotiable. So he's going to add to it. So if you're cheapening out on yourself, expect a man that's going to cheap out on you. Tip number 7, ladies, it's going to be go to networking events. Whether you're single or dating, get out of the house, okay? You need to go and put yourself into new spaces, especially as you're working on reinventing yourself, glowing up and becoming that girl. if you want to become that girl and have better resources, network connections, you have to put yourself out there. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm lonely, I don't have a community, I don't have friends. You have to get yourself out there and not be afraid to work that room. Okay, you should at least meet 5 people in every room you walk into. And also, when you're around and you're out and about, smile. You just never know who you're talking to, who you may see one day and they're like, hey, I saw you in that red Corvette and you were so nice to me. This is this CEO. You just never know who you're talking to. Going to networking events, you're going to meet like-minded people that are looking to evolve. This is also going to build your confidence in social settings. So if you feel like you're an introvert, and I know a lot of people like to be like, oh, I'm an introvert, let's stop giving ourselves titles. If you want to sell products, if you want to sell something, you are either going to be selling or be sold to. Who do you want to be? I want to be the person selling. I want to be the person that has the resources, that has the connections, that can connect you to here and there. And you have to put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone. And sometimes that bitch face or the low energy is just killing the vibe and the aura for anyone to align with you. Number 8 is going to be declutter, organize, and create your style. Whether you're single or married, trust me, we're going to go through so many phases where you've bought a ton of things that you really don't need, or you're not wearing anymore, or it no longer aligns with the dream woman that you're becoming. This is your opportunity to declutter and really get clear and centered around who you want to be. How does she operate? How does she dress? What is her style? Don't spend until you have clarity. Don't spend until you're like, okay, these are the 4 to 5 outfits that I want to wear to the gym. These are the colors. A clean space is going to overall add to your piece. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel way more put together when everything is organized. You can see things. It's clean. Pick up after yourself. Okay, if you are going to move in with your husband and both of you guys are messy, or you guys haven't laid the foundation, I'll let my man know, listen, I am not here to pick up after you. You're here to contribute and not make my life harder. Y'all need to be very clear, but also as women, because if you go to some women's houses, they're a mess and they don't even have children. They don't even have a man. You're just messy on your own. Let's work on that. That's a skill that we can get better at. Becoming more organized, clean, based on how somebody lives in their shit, says a lot about who they are as a person. Lazy habits, lazy mindset, just lazy overall to take care of their home environment, which affects your mindset. So overall, if you want to feel like your best, make sure to declutter, organize, and create your style. Dress to impress, don't hold back, and remember, a clean space leads to clear thinking. I obviously saved the best for last. Number 9 is make God the center of your life, foundation of your relationships, the foundation of your life. Having God at the center of your life is going to keep you grounded. It's also going to make you feel a lot more at ease and reassured in the Bible. The Bible is the foundation. And when you do take time to read it, you have less worries of the world because God constantly reminds us to come to him, to rely on him, not rely on people, not rely on ourselves, not rely on our own understanding. I didn't understand this until last year. I heavily got into wanting a relationship with God, making more time to learn scriptures, see how I can integrate them into my life. And through that, I made a lot of changes in my life so that I could get closer to God and see his will for my life. God is amazing. God has the best, abundant, prosperous life for each of his children, and you truly can't find it until you get closer to God. Getting closer to God has allowed me to love myself even more. Like, thought I was healthier then, I am way more healthier now. You thought I was selective then, I am way more selective now. Making so many changes in my life that made me softer, weakened my flesh, made me softer, made me understand my value more from the direct creator himself. God has created you to love your body, to be protective of your mind, your heart, your soul, your time, your energy. God has so much goodness for his children, but we are so disobedient and stubborn, trying to make our own ways, trying to make our own path and our own decisions. Making God the center of your life gives you strength, especially when life gets hard. Like I said in his scriptures, it just reassures us to give our worries and our problems to God. He's already written out our life. He just wants you to trust him. He just wants you to come to him so that he can provide you with that clarity, that softness, that understanding, instead of making your own decisions for the world or of the world. Having God in your life teaches you more about patience, about gratitude, and it also allows you to bring more purpose and love into everything that you do. Getting closer to God in the last 2 years has been the best thing I could have done for my life, because I had been making so many terrible decisions that was self-sabotaging my life, only out of pride, ego, greed, lust, temptation, so many traits that you just want God to just release you from. That I still felt empty. I still felt broken. I still would see men as the source of my happiness or validating who I am. And through getting closer to God, I found that I'm enough. He wants you to have a prosperous, loving, healthy life, but it honestly comes down to putting God at the center of the foundation and applying his words to your life. A lot of you guys are not treating your body like a temple, but you want to be treated like a queen. And it just comes back to, like, God has someone for you. God has love for you. God has abundance for you, protection for you. But you choose based on your emotional state, whatever trauma or stressful situation you're going through, and getting closer to God. He just shows you, I'm there. If you're patient, let me open that door, because that door is going to be better. What I have for you is better than what you expect. Who you're becoming is better than what you expect, because who you are becoming, you've never met that version before. That's why you have to let go of old ties, because people have never met the new version that you continue to blossom into yearly, daily, weekly, by the minute. And there are only certain people that are supposed to be in your life to enjoy those moments with you. There are people that will support your journey, will encourage your journey. And there are people that their demons will not like your journey. But God has the best for you. Keep him centered to your life. Especially if you're single, you will not be looking for validation in your body. You won't be so quick to give away your body, your time, your energy, your money. God wants the best for his girls, his children. You guys are queens, and you need to know that. The fact that women can bring life into this world too. You're so powerful. Keep God at the center of everything you do, and make sure that your morals and your values align. And those people that you meet, they align with those morals and values, and that you never, these are a non-negotiable. You've been playing too long. You've been settling for too long. You've been accepting the bare minimum from yourself and others for too long. Put God at the foundation. When you read his word, you will see that he created you here to be the queen that he knows that you are, but you may not even see it yet. And so these are the 9 things that I did while I was single. The number 9 is quite new, but I grew up in church. I raise a child up, they'll always come back to God. Whether you're single, dating, or married, I hope you can apply these 9 tips into your life and watch your life blossom. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into my workout today. It was very short, few exercises over the booty. My booty cheeks are feeling like watermelons. My body is feeling tight and right. My head space is up. I'm feeling good. And I'm just excited to pour this kind of energy into you guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment some love down below, and any video topics that you want me to talk on. I'll see you guys in the next one.